Now let's look at one of the other important point, that is in 1911 there was a famous Delhi Durbar. Delhi Durbar. So if you remember, I have discussed about another Delhi Durbar during Lytton's time. In 1877 there was a Delhi Durbar when Queen Victoria came to India. So 1877 Delhi Durbar is famous because Queen Victoria came to India and she was given a great welcome by the local rulers, right? Because in 1857, after the revolt, in Queen's proclamation, she made a promise that there will not be any further annexations. And that was a gentlewoman promise and she kept it. Okay, and the rulers who were happy with that, they never want the Queen to violate that promise. So they gave a huge welcome and a Delhi Durbar was conducted. A lot of public money was spent, and that too during the time of a famine. Okay, we have discussed about all those things in detail, and in 1877 Delhi Durbar, Queen Victoria was given a title Kaiser-i-Hind. Now here, let's look at 1911 Delhi Durbar and why it is important. Again, a huge ceremony in Red Fort. Again, all these money spent from public only, public fund. Now let's look at the decisions which is taken in this. Okay, so who was the Governor General during this time? Lord Hardinge II. So when Queen Victoria came, when it was in 1877, it was Lord Lytton. Okay, so no need to have any confusion. Lord Hardinge II was the Governor General in Delhi Durbar 1911. The first decision, the most important decision, was transfer the capital from Calcutta to Delhi. Okay, capital from Calcutta to Delhi. So you can see in 2011 Delhi celebrated a century. So firstly it was in northern Delhi, but later because of some problem, New Delhi. Okay, so New Delhi. Now earlier it was Viceroy Bhavan, now it is Rashtrapati Bhavan. Okay, the present Rashtrapati Bhavan was earlier Viceroy Bhavan. The architect who designed New Delhi was Edwin Lutyens. Okay, very famous Edwin Lutyens. Okay, so that's the first and most important decision. Second decision, which was asked in 2013 prelims, that was partition of Bengal repealed. Partition of Bengal repealed. So Bengal was reunited. Bengal was reunited. But Bihar and Orissa was separated. Orissa and Bihar separated. See, I told you Bengal at that time comprised of Bangladesh, Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. So see, when Bengal was divided, what was the problem? East Bengal and Bengal, right? And East Bengal with the capital Dhaka, but the problem was in Bengal because Bihar and Orissa people was also there. So Odia speaking, Hindi speaking and Bengali speaking people was there. So to solve that problem, they kept Orissa and Bengal separate. Okay, so Bengal was united, Orissa and Bengal was separate, and a new state named as Bihar and Orissa. So it came in 1912, Bihar and Orissa, new state, and you can see in 2012 they celebrated the century, right? With a common capital Patna, but what happened? In 1936, Orissa separated from Bihar. Okay, so in 1936, Orissa separated from Bihar, and the new capital was Cuttack. That was after 1935 Government of India Act. Okay, so Government of India Act 1935. We'll be discussing about this in detail later when we discuss about 1935 Government of India Act. Now only after independence the capital was shifted to Bhubaneswar. That's all about Delhi Durbar. Now next is in 1912 there was an attempt to kill Lord Hardinge. Okay, attempt to kill Lord Hardinge. So I told you already there is an emergence of militant nationalism during this time, and Prafulla Chakki and Khudiram Bose already attempted to kill the magistrate Kingsford, and accidentally they killed two English ladies. Now there was an attempt to kill Lord Hardinge in Chandni Chowk at Delhi. Okay, so this was led by revolutionary Rash Bihari Bose. The Governor General was injured, but he was lucky to survive. Okay, so he did not die. And Rash Bihari Bose, after this he left India and he got settled in South Asia, and later you can see he was a part of INA. Okay, we'll discuss about that later. Okay, so there was an attempt to kill Lord Hardinge. The point is there are some militant nationalism you can see during this time, even before Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Chandrasekhar Azad, etc. Now next event which I can discuss in 1912 was basically a medical mission was sent to Turkey. Medical mission was sent to Turkey led by Dr. M.A. Ansari, a very famous leader of both International Congress and Muslim League. I told you already, same person can be the leader of Muslim League as well as Congress at the same time, or the same person can be the member of Muslim League and Congress at the same time, because till 1938 in Congress there was a concept of dual membership. Okay, so very important because Turkey was the headquarter of, so because during this time there was Balkan War which is going on. Okay, Balkan War. So Turkey was the Islamic headquarters, so there is a lot of Muslim sentiments which is attached with the Islamic ruler or the Turkey ruler. Okay, so this is one incident which I can discuss in 1912. So 1912, two incidents which I have discussed is attempt to kill Lord Hardinge, okay, and medical mission. 1911, what I have done, we have discussed about Delhi Durbar, right? And two important decisions what we have discussed is the partition of Bengal repealed, and the capital was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi. Then 1909 we have discussed something, Indian Council Act or Minto-Morley reform, right? Then we actually started this discussion with an incident of 1908 where there was an attempt to kill Kingsford, the magistrate, right, by Prafulla Chakki and Khudiram Bose. So these are the points that we have covered in this lecture. So let me go for a quick recap again. 1908, attempt to kill Kingsford by Prafulla Kumar Chakki and Kingsford. 1909, Indian Council Act, which is also known as Minto-Morley reform. We discussed about the background, we discussed about the provisions, we discussed about the significance of the impact. 1911, Delhi Durbar, 2 points. Capital was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi, and partition of Bengal was repealed, but Orissa and Bihar was separated and kept as a new state. Okay. Then 1912, two incident, Lord Hardinge, attempt on Lord Hardinge. Then 1912, medical mission. So that's it. Now in the next video we'll discuss other points.